everyone, and welcome back to Code with Lisa channel and to our Java tutorial series. Today we will continue our discussion on loops. In this lesson, I would like to explore the topics of while, do while, and for each loops. So let's get started. I will start with the while loop, and let's write the syntax for this loop. So to do this, you need to use the keyword while, followed by parentheses, and then you have to write brackets. In this parentheses, you have to write the condition, and this condition will keep the loop running as long as it remains true. You already know that we have a data type boolean, and that data type can hold either true or false. So let's create boolean flag assigned to true. Okay. And for example, while this flag is true, let's print a string, for example, system out println hello. And now what do you think will happen if I run this code? You can think about it a few seconds. And as you can see, it will be an infinite loop because the condition will always be true. In fact, we can remove this variable. So let's just comment it and write here true. In this case, we receive the same result. Stop and run. And this can be useful in console applications or in situations where you need to continuously calculate the data, for example. And we will dive into this in practice once we have more knowledge. Okay, but now I will just stop it. Okay, and let's see another example. So I'll just comment this part of the code, and the expression inside the parentheses must evaluate to true for the loop to continue. And now let's create a variable int I, for example, equals to 5. And now let's create int I equals to 0, for example. And write the same code. While I less than 5, let's print the value I. I is let's make it. Okay, and let's increment the I. Okay. I created a variable I is equals to 0, and I will run the loop while I is less than 5. Inside the loop, I will increment I and print this value. And when I becomes 5, the condition will evaluate to false, and the loop will stop. So let's see the result. Let's see the result. So I is 0, 1, and so on. And let's debug this code. I'll make a breakpoint. And let's debug it. So I equals to 0, then I plus plus, so I equals to 1. This is true, yes, I less than 5, I less than 5, and in this case I equals to 5 and it's false, and we stop this loop. And next we have the do-while loop, and the do-while loop is similar to the while loop, but with one difference. The block of code inside the do-while loop is executed at least once. And it will be executed even if the condition is false. So let's create a similar example. For example, in j equals to 0, and in order to create a do-while loop, you have to write do. Let's print a message. For example, j is plus j and j plus plus. And here we need to write a condition. For example, while j less than 5. And let's comment this part of the code. And as you can expect, we receive the same result that we received earlier. J is 0, j is 1, and so on. To better understand the difference between while and do-while loop, let me return this part of the code. And I will comment that part. Okay, and let's make a flag false and write here while flag. So you can't write here false because you will receive an error. Loop condition is always false, making the loop body unreachable. But let's try to deceive a compiler and write here while flag. Okay, let's return the scope. Okay, and let's make the same with do-while. For example, do system.println hello while flag. How do you think what we will receive in result? So let's check it. And of course we receive a string hello because here flag was false, and that's why this condition will be never true. And we go here, do, then we print a message hello, and then we see this condition. Compilator sees this condition. And that's why we can see only once hello. So this part of the code. And in conclusion, I would like to discuss a loop similar to the for loop, and this is for each loop. And you can think about this loop as an enhanced version of the for loop. So in order to understand it closer, I will clean this part of the code, and let's start with a simple example. Firstly, I will create an array of numbers. So let's write int numbers equals to, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And to iterate through the values of this array, you can specify the type contained in the array in the parentheses. So let's write 4, and then I will name it int number, for example. In my case, the type is int, so I specify that type. And next, I gave a variable name to represent each element. And usually the array is named in the plural form, so numbers. And the element in the singular form, number, for example. And then I have to write a colon and a name of the array, numbers. Okay. Therefore, I will simply print the value of the element. So system out println number. And now let's see a result. And as you might expect, the numbers are displayed on the console. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think this will conclude this video, and in future videos I will also cover practical examples. And thank you for watching the video, and see you soon. Bye bye.